Hello and welcome to another Duel Links video, and today I'm recording a little bit different. I've already recorded all the gameplay and I'm just having the gameplay run, so I'm going to do a little bit of commentary. We're going to use the deck that I was talking about in my last video, sort of a janky control. It's got some kind of weird synergies, so we'll start off. We've got the two lava golems. You probably know what this is. You tribute summon 2 on your opponent's side of the field, and it deals 1,000 damage to them per turn, but it is a 3,250 monster, so you want to have some things to sort of stop it. 4-star Ladybug of Doom, flip, destroy all level 4 monsters on your opponent controls. That's pretty good depending on what you're running into on the ladder, but a lot of people are running cheap sort of 4-star beaters lower in the ladder. Divine Dragon, Excellion. I missed that start, but more copies in the graveyard, it gains effects, and you can see that it gains 1,000 attack. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can attack once again in a row, and inflict damage equal to its attack, kind of like that one fusion monster. With more copies in the graveyard, but doesn't accumulate. This is the MVP of the deck. The original attack of your monsters that battles this card during his or her turn becomes 200 points during the damage step. So anything that attacks this, it's just going to trade, it's going to crash. But if you have an equip spell, and we are running the Mystical Moon, it can trade favorably with anything that attacks it, so long as that monster doesn't also have an equip. And it has to be for a Beast Warrior, and we gain 300 attack and defense. So that's a really cool synergy. If they don't have an equip, they can't really deal with it, or there are also field spells and other things that can kind of get over it. But then you come out with this. You can only activate this card when your opponent declares an attack. Select one face-up monster on your side of the field. During this turn, your opponent can only designate attacks towards that monster. So if they go to attack something else that isn't a Carrier Tribe because they realize they can't kill it, you can go for full board clear. Mask of the Accursed, you probably know what this one is. The monster equipped with this card cannot attack. The controller of the equipped monster takes 500 points of damage during each of your standby phases. This is good to deal with the lava golems, or if they just have any threat on the board that you can't really deal with, you can perhaps stall it out. You really don't want to use this on your basic monsters though, because they might just tribute it off. But once they've tributed, it's really good for that. Then we've got some burn, Restructor, Rami, and Sparks that kind of sort of help you achieve more of a win condition with the burn from maybe Lava Golem and the Mask of the Accursed, plus just a few burn spells can help you sort of close out a game. But Lava Golem in of itself could do that, just constantly hitting with your, if you can effectively clear their board. It also kind of does that. We don't have any skill sets at the moment because nothing really suited the deck. I noticed it's just sort of a standalone thing. I could always go for like Draw Sense Trap, but they just seem like really bad abilities. But if you want to go for something, like maybe, because I kind of have it even, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have a little bit more spell and traps than I do monsters. We're going to continue on. We got out of the rookie rank yesterday and we're playing in bronze. And we have our first game. And our first game was really good. Really good showing. And there'll only be 2 games today. Because they did kind of go on for a little bit longer than I thought. But I don't know what I was expecting. It's sort of a control. The games tend to go on for longer. But I was super excited to use this deck. Mainly because Carrier Tribe. I love that card. Secretly OP. So we're going second, and this deck definitely likes to go second. Just because you have that chance to react to things. Okay. And the Yami. The Yami is something that could potentially get over the Carrier Tribe even with the equip. Because, well, I'm not playing Yami. But things like that boost their original attack can get over. that plus like Banner, I think it actually happens in this game, but the next one, spoilers. If you have the Yami plus Banner, it increases the original by 400, which is more than what my Mystical Moon gives. So that was a way of dealing with the Cat Ear tribe. I think he has a rough draw, I guess. I mean, he only sets one card. We have the 4-star Ladybug of Doom, which is okay to open it with. Plus, we open that, and if we open Econ, we're in a pretty solid position. Because if he were to summon something with 4 stars, we could Econ it anyway and wait for him to summon a little bit more with 4 stars. A little bit of a Wi-Fi connection thing going on there. Assuming that he goes for that, because it's a bit of a risk, because he could just tribute that off and we'll be in a bad spot. He only sets another card, so I'm not sure what those face downs are. We draw another Econ, so we're okay with playing it slow too. One thing that I do notice eventually is that even though we're running 21 cards, I think, he's actually running a large deck. I think he had like 26 cards. So yeah, I just noticed that there he was like 23, 24, 25, 26, 28 cards. A 28 card deck. So he couldn't stall. Well, it was good to be running more cards against this deck, because we can't just run out the clock. He can do that because he has the larger deck size. So we do need to draw into things like the Lava Golem and the Mask of the Accursed to try and close out the game. He sets another monster. It's unfortunate how we're just going to chill. Having the Ladybug in attack position doesn't really do anything for me. Worst comes to worst, if we end up filling up our hand, we can just discard the Divine Dragons, so that when I do summon one Divine Dragon, it's going to have immediate effects. So he does summon Silent Magician level 4. One thing I do know about the Silent Magicians, they like gain attack through spell counters. Plus, I know that Silent Magician like level 8 or something is spell immune. So things like the Mask with the Accursed isn't going to work. Econ isn't going to work. Staunch Defender, Cat Ear, and Mystical Moon might, if I can get him to attack. But we also have the Lava Golem, which contribute that as long as you play another monster. That was pretty much my way of dealing with it. And I've just seen this by watching streamers and things like that. I have seen this deck before. Okay, it happens here. It happens here with the Banner and the Yami. So it kind of turns off the Cat Ear tribe being good. But this is insane 4-star Ladybug value. Having the being able to shut down the Silent Magician and his face down with one card. That's a really good 2-for-1. We've got 4 cards in hand, 1 on the board. We're going to draw another one, so that's kind of 6 to his 5, I guess, because he has a lot of face downs. We draw another 4-star. I don't expect him to play into it again, but it does kind of limit his plays. Because now he knows I'm running 4-star Ladybug, he kind of has to be wary that I'll eventually have that. And at this point, I should probably just tribute for Divine Dragon Excellion. But I draw the Cat Ear tribe and I have the Mystical Moon, so I go for that instead. For the memes. I shouldn't have, because I didn't really realize that the Banner and Yami negates that play, kind of thing. Kind of makes it irrelevant. So I definitely, in hindsight, should have just tributed the 4-star for Divine Dragon. I think I can gain 1,000 attack. No, I haven't got any graveyard. So it would just be a 1,500. But if he knows that there's not really a chance that there's going to be a 4-star Ladybug, then he would probably just be able to play regularly again. But anyway, we start chipping away 500 damage with our cat ear tribe. And this was a super fun game. It was super fun. I can't remember if we actually win any. It's not coming to me. I think we won one and we lost one. I can't remember what order though. It's kind of bad. Okay. And let me know what you think of this setup, because as I said, if you watched the first video, you know there was a bunch of sync issues because of how OBS works. I had to just input both media sources, and it was tough to just line them up to start at the same time and account for their difference. So I'm looking into some other ways. Again, I'm always going to be looking for better ways to record things. So Curse of Aging brings it to 0 attack, but he doesn't have a monster to make that worth it. I think he just wanted to... I had to look at what he discarded to see if it was worth the discard, and it was emergency provisions, so I don't think it was. I don't know why he did that. Maybe, I think he just wanted to use it to set another card, because he didn't want that in his face down, he wanted something else there. I'll pay attention to what that middle card is. I can't remember in hindsight what it was, or if it even gets activated. Again, at any point, I should just be activating Divine Dragon. Should I though? I don't know. No, what I should be doing is trading off my Cat Ear Tribe for Divine Dragon. That's what I should be doing. That is definitely what I should be doing. But I'm not, because I'm committed to the meme. Because if we draw Staunch Defender, that's like showing off the combo. We draw a Lava Golem, which as I mentioned earlier was the counter to his Silent Magician level 7 or 8 or whatever it is. I'm not sure what or how high it goes. But we're chipping away. Cat Ear Tribe's done 1500 damage. I mean, that's not bad. And it's just a big stall fest. But as I said, I stalled for too long. I mean, I guess I had answers to whatever he's playing, because I have 2 Econs set, I have 2 Mask of the Accursed, and 2 Lava Golems. So I'm kind of set to just kill him with Cat Ear Tribe. And again, when I get to the milling point, I can just ditch a Divine Dragon, and that kind of feeds into the synergy of Divine Dragon. Oh, we've got another bug flying around, my god. That's the Australian summer for you. So the Earth Charmer, just a monster. It's a 3-star, so he knows he's playing around the 4-star Ladybug. And the Banner and Yami means that he can get over this. And at this point I kind of realized, that's when I realized that at this point I'm like, oh wait, he will be able to kill it. Damn. That's when I realized I made a mistake. So I think we Econ, yeah. We Econ. And just save our monster for a turn. And again, I should tribute right now. I really should tribute. I can't remember what to do next turn. I think... Well, Mask of the Accursed is a play, and or tribute off. Mask, okay. I was debating for a little bit whether I wanted to just play a Staunch Defender, but it was kind of pointless. Although, I'm not sure if Staunch Defender can attack face downs, because I could maybe Staunch Defender on my face down Ladybug to save it, and you take 500 damage. Potentially. Maybe. So I think He needs to tribute, and I think he has it this turn. Because that's why, because like my hand was sort of full, I needed to play something. But that's why you don't want to play it on basic monsters that could just get tributed if they have it. You want to use it on things like this. And he's playing around Lava Golem, he's not summoning more than one thing. And so I go for a very risky play. I think about this for a long time, but I go for the risky play. Spoilers again. I let my caddy die. I'm not actually taking that much damage, because even though it's a huge monster, it's only just getting over my caddy tribe by like 100 points. And I've noticed that when I was attacking with my caddy tribe earlier, that his face downs, they weren't really letting him know, or giving him the chance to activate them. So I'm like, well, if I can let an attack go through, I can just use the econ on my 4-star, take his Dark Magician Girl, and then kill him with his own monster. And that was a play. Unless he has like a Sphere Kuribo in hand, that was the best play, I think. Just letting the caddy die. Again, like a big Dark Magician spellcaster, 2000 attack, 2400 on his battle phase. Caddy tribe just brings it all the way back down. Super good. If then in a situation where people aren't really running field spells, they're not really running equips, caddy tribe every time. It's super good, and it's a rare, so it's very budget friendly. The only speaking about the deck for another second, every card that I have, I've either gotten in the Ultimate Rising, or just I'm pretty sure it was all Ultimate Rising. Again, the econs I got by using super rare tickets, and the Lava Golems I got by getting ultra rare tickets. So those are the two most expensive things, and I did use tickets to get them. But the rest of it you can just get by opening Ultimate Rising, I believe. And so yeah, we do manage to get the attack off with the Dark Magician Girl. Super good. So now that we've done that, we're going to move on to the next game. And we find our next game. We are versing Shinogi. And we're still in bronze rank 1. So I guess you need like maybe 2 or 3 wins to get up in different bronze ranks. It's not just 1 anymore. Because we're not a rookie anymore. We can't have the rookie benefits. So let the game begin. Again, Yami. Starting out, it's kind of unfortunate. The Lava Golem opener plus Master of the Accursed is good. Having Divine Dragon, not so much. But having the Mystical Moon, kind of good. Mystical Moon is not too bad. Again, it's kind of handy. The same reason I was running the Spirit of the Winds in the last video, having a tribute can sometimes be handy. Which is another thing that the Divine Dragon can do. But in your opener, it's kind of bad. It's kind of really bad. We draw Staunch Defender. So, that's the combo. That's the Caddy Tribe combo. But we can't do much else. So, I'm pretty sure Master of the Curse can't target a face down. I didn't actually try. But I'm pretty sure it can't target a face down. We just had a really unfortunate opener. We might be able to use the Staunch Defender to bluff a trap. Some people get a little bit scared when you just have one face down. Like, what does that mean? So we set that one. We can just play the other 2 spell cards from hand. Don't need to set those. And he's thinking about it for a long time. He has his own face down. This has really good monster removal. It doesn't have backline removal, because I do have it. I do have things like Dispel and Twister. I just didn't decide to add them But you could always get rid of the, you know, one-off burn spells like with Structor and Rami and Sparks for more backline removal if you wanted. That's probably a good idea. So we have this card, which I've never really seen before. I had no idea what it does. It like... In fact, I can't even remember what it does. I did this game earlier. It's completely lost on me. Is it sending cards from the graveyard? Whenever a favorite monster is sent from the hand to the graveyard, you contribute this card to special summon it from the graveyard. That was right. Now I remember. That's solid. That's a 3-star. Just playing around the 4-star Ladybug. It's got 1600 attack with the army. Looks like it's got a lot of defense. 1900. So that's a pretty solid creature. We draw Econ. Not what we wanted to see. We wanted to see Cadia Tribe, basically. So we set a couple of cards, maybe bluff a little bit more. I figure if he draws another monster, we lose. So we kind of have to Mask the Curse that. Kind of had to. Just so we don't lose to him playing some other monster. But I guess we had the Econ anyway. And at this stage, on our next draw, Cadia Tribe is good because we have the Mystical Moon. And another Master of the Curse is good in case he summons something else. And then we can Lava Golem. 2 options. And he is running an extra deck. And as far as extra deck goes, I was tempted to just throw in some cards in throw in some extra deck cards in some of my decks, even if I'm not going to use them, because it can kind of throw people off sometimes. Especially if it's sort of meta, like I know Synchros are a thing. Maybe people think you're going to be running Synchros if you just have that there, and then you play something else, and then they kind of get thrown. So that can be a little bit of a strat. And this is some crazy synergy. That the opponent does right here. It was pretty strong. Can't remember exactly how we do it. But I think he tributed his monster to summon that middle monster from his graveyard, and I think the middle monster then changed so he could summon something else, and then the one on the right, the one on his right, my left, he just normal summoned. Then he synchros to summon the failed Kudabi, which gains effects depending on how many cards you have in hand. If you have none, this cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect. And 3 or more destroy this card during the end phase. But as long as you dump your hand, you're fine. And with 0, which if you can just, I think he sets a card, so now he has 0. And we're dead unless we use our Econ. So I can't be forced to use our Econ. It doesn't seem like a very good synchro monster, but it doesn't always have to be when you're like putting that many cards and stats on the board. It doesn't really have to have a good effect, it just needs to be, you know. And we have to take that 1000. So we're dead next turn unless we draw Mask of the Accursed or Econ, potentially, or Cadia Tribe. And we draw the burn spell. So yeah, that's that. I could Lava Golem, but it just hits me for 3000 guaranteed. There's no way of getting out of this, so I just end my turn. Don't concede, because you get nothing from concedes. Just play it out. Take the L and get some points. So I was talking about swapping the burn spells for like what did I say, Twister and things. Wouldn't have helped in that scenario, but Twister can get rid of things like your field spell as well, and them not having the field spell would have been pretty useful in some situations, so that they can't kill your cat ear tribe, or it makes it more difficult for them to kill your cat ear tribe. And Twister's pretty reliable, and I do have 2 of them. Probably a good idea to put Twister in. Anyway, that's the 2 matchups. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like this as a setup, just a commentary over the gameplay as opposed to me playing the games as I go, because I'm actually looking at the camera, I'm not looking at my phone, so it's more interactive, I feel like, and it's actually synced up properly. So that's it. We're bronze rank 1 still. Hopefully we rank up in the next video, and thanks for watching. See you later.